Hey guys, I want to put together a little video here for you about ripping blades. If you've seen my some of my other projects, I have to rip a lot of stickers for stacking wood for drying, and this is no exception. Putting together my dehumidifier kiln, I needed some stickers 3 foot long. So I gathered up some 2x4s and I got ready to set the table saw. I thought, you know what, this might be something that people would be interested in. So I thought I'd share with you the blades that I use and what I have found over time. This is my standard everyday combination blade. It happens to be a forest blade. I use it for almost everything unless I'm doing a significant amount of ripping. Straight lining rough sawn boards, or like in this case making stickers. Historically, I would switch to a dedicated ripping blade. This one here. This blade here has got bigger gullets, fewer teeth, and this is what I used for years. It's a full thickness blade. It's not a thin kerf. I'm not a big fan of those. I feel like I get a better cut with a full kerf. They don't vibrate as much, and the amount of wood savings is negligible. So most of my blades are all full thick kerf blades. So this is what I normally use. And then one day I saw in a magazine or a show something about it was some sort of a video show. This guy was using a dedicated ripping blade that only had about 6 or 8 teeth in it. I thought, wow, that's pretty cool. Well, I kind of forgot about it until I was at a garage sale one time, and I ran across these. Now this happens to be actually a Craftsman. It's a carbide toothed blade, and it's got about 8 teeth on it. 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, 8 teeth. 8 carbide teeth, great big gullets. This thing it's a thinner kerf. It's not a full thick kerf blade. It will rip wood like nobody's business. Oh sure, you're not going to do an immediate glue up with it necessarily, but if all you're wanting to do is get a good ripping cut safely, which is just another factor, this is the thing to use. These are also called a low kickback blade because there are fewer teeth and more flat spots. If your board tries to pinch, it's less likely to kick. So this blade here is now my absolute go-to. If I'm going to rip any amount of material, this is what I'm using. It came from a garage sale. It's a lot cheaper than this Freud, but this blade here is the bomb. A side note that you don't hear much about is when you sharpen these, blade sharpening is generally done by the tooth. You're only paying for 8 teeth as opposed to this one that's got about, I don't know, 24 or something like that. So I want to share these with you. I've never shopped for one new. Maybe somebody could do that shopping if they're interested and leave a link in the comments. But if you get a chance to use one of these or try one of these, they're great. And I'll set this up in the saw and we'll rip just some generic 2x4s. Like I said, I'm using them for stickers and you can see how they go. Okay, I got the blade set up. I got my fence set to 1 inch because that's how wide I want the stickers to be cut. Got a fish block, dust collector. I always wear my safety glasses. It became a habit a long time ago. Let's rip these down. Let's do this 2x6 here because it's one of several. I've done one just to make sure it's set up the way I want it. Let's give this a pass. And one of the things you want to do is listen to the cut. You can almost hear the individual blades strike. And it also makes kind of a different whirring sound compared to my other blades. But here we go, let's give it a try. Alright, so some of the things you probably noticed if you've done much work with a table saw was that was a pretty fast cut through 1.5 inch thick material. Yeah, it cuts quick, and I wasn't pushing particularly hard. It does a nice job. This is definitely what I would want to use for ripping. Hence I do. There's what the cut looks like. I don't know if you can if you can tell, you know, it's rough, but it's not bad at all. So anyways, if you get a chance or you do a lot of ripping and you want to improve the blade you're using, I definitely suggest you get one of these jobs. They work great. I think they're an untold story in today's market. They're old school and not talked about today because, well, it doesn't sell enough carbide, I guess. So anyways, have a good one. I got a bunch more stickers to rip.